Be attractive and don't be unattractive. As my good friend Ryan Stone would say, I'll actually link his channel in the description. His videos are higher production quality than mine, so you definitely need to go check him out. But he has that saying, I heard it on Saturday Night Live probably about 7 or 8 years ago in a pretty funny sketch about sexual harassment in the workplace. Be attractive, don't be unattractive. A very easy concept to latch onto. However, some of you may know, I coach women as well as men, and I'm getting through acquaintances and through my clients the info and the news about what women are going through in the sexual marketplace with dating and with dealing with men and trying to find good partners. And men are by and large showing up and they're not being attractive. They're in fact being very unattractive. A lot of this is because men don't know how to be men anymore. There's behaviors that they're showing up with and they're acting very feminized. If they're under 30 years old, a lot of these guys didn't have male figures in their lives, were raised by women mostly, just didn't have men around. And the social conditioning is as such, where men are getting the signal that acting like men is somehow something that they're not supposed to do. And so they end up bringing to the table all of these feminine qualities. Our feminized society has made it so men are out there being very unattractive. I'm hearing the anecdotes about what these women are going through on these dates, and it's pretty horrible. There are just the idea that there are no good men out there. Yeah, I can see why a lot of women think that, and that's of all ages. And I know a lot of you listening to this that are guys think, well, yeah, there's no good women out there either. Well, there are good men and good women, okay, but they're certainly fewer and far between. For men, though, it's pretty easy. It's like shooting fish in a barrel. You can be very successful in the sexual marketplace today if you just learn how to be attractive. And part of that is just showing up, being masculine, being alpha, and knowing how to do that. But I realize after hearing all these anecdotes that a lot of you guys, probably 80% of you guys listening to me, are doing very unattractive things. Look, if your sexual market value is high, you look good, you've been working on yourself, you got good income, you got a purpose in life, but you don't know how to show up and be attractive, you're going to have problems with women. They're not going to see you for your sexual market value because you don't know how to communicate that you're worth mating with. Being attractive is something that's going to resonate to their primal brain, and it's going to arouse them, and it's going to make them see you for who you are. They can't see you for your sexual market value and the things you have to offer as a man if you don't know how to show up and simply be attractive. The first be attractive advice I'm going to have for this first video is appropriate because it's so important, is emotional self-control. For about 20% of you, or at least a lot of you guys, you know this already. You're going to say, this is very basic. Why are we talking about this? Well, because so many guys don't have this. Most of you guys that listen to me only understand about half of what I am saying, which is okay. Continue to listen, continue to follow. You're learning. That's the whole point. You're getting better. But you'll take these little things for granted. Emotional self-control is one of them. Men today lack emotional self-control. Emotional self-control is a very masculine quality, and it's very attractive. When a guy acts without emotional self-control, he's basically acting like a woman. A lot of you guys are showing up to these dates and with your interactions with women with a lack of emotional self-control. Now, I'm not talking about being a robot and not having any emotions at all. That's not attractive either. What I'm saying is, though, I mean, you can have emotions. In fact, it's very attractive to be very headstrong, to be very passionate about things. There's a level of emotion you can have that suits your personality, that's congruent, that can be an attractive thing. However, emotional self-control is knowing when it's appropriate to express and demonstrate those emotions and when it's not appropriate. And then when you do demonstrate those emotions, you do it in a manner that's productive versus unproductive. Look, emotional self-control demonstrates survivability. That also goes in line with outcome independence. Outcome independence goes along the lines with confidence. We know that confidence is an attractive quality. You can't be confident if you're not demonstrating emotional self-control. You can't be outcome independent if you're not having emotional self-control. What is outcome independence? It doesn't mean not wanting an outcome or not desiring something. It just means that you have the confidence of knowing that if things don't work out as planned, that you're going to be okay. You trust in your own abilities to be able to handle problems and fix things and come out on top, even if things don't go the way that you want. That's outcome independence. Well, that falls in line with emotional self-control, not being erratic and reactive. Having emotional self-control demonstrates survivability, demonstrates strong alpha behavior. Guys with emotional self-control in the tribes were the guys that survived, were the guys that led in crisis. So it's very attractive for a woman. Whereas a woman wants to be more emotionally free, which could also mean a little bit more erratic, okay? But being emotionally free, that demonstrates inability to be a good caretaker. Having emotional freedom and being able to be emotional and having emotional attachments and having emotional reactions can be very useful when put in the right direction for taking care of children. So that's a good signal for a man when a woman acts with emotional freedom. Because when she has emotional freedom, and then she'll have desire and burning desire for you. Almost an uncontrollable desire for you happens when she has the emotional freedom to have that desire. She won't have the emotional freedom to have that desire if you're emotionally erratic. If you're emotionally stable and strong, that makes it safe for her to act with her emotional freedom. Basically, it makes it safe for her just to be a girl. A girl just wants to be a girl, and she wants to be with an alpha, dominant, strong guy that's stable, that allows her to do that. He provides that security and that decision-making, so her emotions don't cause her to go too far off the rails. He kind of keeps her in line, brings her in, reels her in a little bit just through his stability. And that's why that is so attractive. But you guys are showing up on your dates being emotionally erratic. Complaining is a great example. Nobody likes complainers, and you guys are complaining about everything. Some of you, you're complaining in your text about your day went terribly, and this isn't good, and this problem in your life, and this crisis. You're acting like a vagina. You're showing up at dates and you're being a vagina. You're if the food doesn't turn out the way that you want, or you're not getting the service you want, or things aren't going as planned, you're getting mad, you're getting upset, you're huffing and puffing. You're acting like a woman, and that's not attractive. Some of you guys who understand game a little bit will show up and you'll have emotional stability, or at least the appearance of that, because you're not internally emotionally stable. So you're LARPing that quality. And then as soon as she shit tests you, as soon as she tests your frame, pokes at you, jabs at you, or things don't quite go right, she kind of throws in this little thing there or there. Instead of laughing it off or having amused mastery or just handling it and not letting it throw you off, you're getting completely thrown off by a woman, because you're getting mad, you're getting upset, you're getting angry, you're getting melancholy. You're allowing her to throw you off of your frame. That is not attractive. That is acting like a woman. A lot of you guys need to show up with a lot more emotional stability than you are. You think you are, but you're not. You're showing up and you're acting like vaginas. Look, this is a very easy thing to fix. You don't have to increase your net worth. You don't have to increase your bench press or your squat. You don't have to increase your, you don't have to change your wardrobe. You don't have to do it. There's a lot of things you don't have to do here that require a lot more effort. This will increase your sexual market value 10 times over if you can get emotional self-control in your life. And if you can show up and be that stable rock that she can rely on for your emotional stability, that is alpha. That is dominance. That is leadership. Women are dying for this quality, literally dying for it. They are making terrible sexual decisions, sleeping with losers because they just can't find the person with emotional stability and alpha behavior in 2020. The kind of guy that's going to give them the tingles, right? It's very easy to be that guy. You guys will increase your success with women and increase your attractiveness with emotional self-control. Now, if you have been having trouble with this and having erratic emotional behavior, and you can't fix this on your own, guess what? I do consultations. We can fix this pretty efficiently and rather quickly. Just booking a consultation with me and getting some practices and some mindset practices so you can be more proactive in your feelings and your behavior and less reactive, and you can execute that emotional self-control. We can do that stuff. Maybe you've had bad experiences, traumas. We can help get rid of that baggage. Maybe you have things that are causing you to act like a woman, okay, to be frank about it, or we'll say to act less emotionally stable. We can work on that stuff. We can fix it, but you have to do the work. This will make you more alpha and more of a trusted leader in person in every aspect of your life, but it'll also resonate with the women in your life. Do this and women are going to fall in love with you. Thanks for the support.